Well, you talked about how you found out that they're trying to set up Drake in LA at one
Right.
point. What exactly was that about?
That was about like him and Diddy were beefing, right? They had a little beef over something in Miami outside
Yeah,
of
like
Live.
I think Diddy allegedly did him or something. I think it was
Again.
over the Start from the Bottom
Right.
beat, where I guess it's supposed to go to Diddy and Drake took it and something silly like that.
You know, Drake here, Drake there. Who will run up on him? I'm not saying it. You know, it didn't come from Diddy directly, but LA get tricky. So you know, when there are beefs and they are here, no matter who it is, like there's certain people that are gonna get called, and I'm one of those people. So you know, I had privy, Drake to a little information. Like I said, I don't know where it came from, but I always, it's like my brother. So I hit him. I told him like, yo, this is what it is. But I got you. We over here, and I'm pretty heavy. So
Katt Williams, however, was correct. Every one of those rappers is being exposed. There have been recent reports that the Diddy tapes contain Drake's name, not merely his name either. Drake can be heard yelling as well. It was a powerful statement, but that doesn't sound so crazy anymore when you consider all the information that has been accumulating since 2014. This Diddy trial disclosed everything, and it's all aligning for the first time. The tone was set back in 2014 when something happened. Diddy got into a heated argument with Drake at a VMA after party in the early hours of December 8th. Numerous sources attested to it. Drake was reportedly severely beaten by Diddy after he caught him slipping outside the club, according to reports. Drake then had to visit the
And having dealings with him. What was the first thing you thought when you heard the story about him allegedly punching Drake?
He said and clicked him. Drake, I actually thought Drake must have said something wrong to him or something, or did something, or tried to play him, or something must have happened. I actually really didn't, I kind of just laughed. It's funny,
Although there was no footage of this, based on people that I've spoken to close to the situation, Diddy really did punch Drake in the face.
Oh, I got that call 4 o'clock in the morning.
Was he trying to hide it later? Claimed on air that he didn't touch Drake, as the world was already aware.
What made you put hands on Drake?
I did not put hands on Drake.
Oh.
And I do not want any problems with Drake. Drake is, right now, that's all I got. That's all I have to say. He's putting in his work. I didn't do nothing.
Several media outlets and eyewitnesses claimed that he did. 50 Cent supported it as well. Stated, Diddy was unable to identify a hit if it was served to him. According to reports, the entire event went beyond that 0 to 100 beat. Diddy believed it to be his. After hearing it, Drake utilized it and made it popular. Puff called me down the door after that move got under Diddy's skin, and that night in Miami was when it all came to a head, However, Puff is unable to hear any hits. I am aware that he is unable to hear a hit.
And then Puff, that's what Puff calling me down to do it. But Puff can't even hear it. See, I know he couldn't.
Puff can't hear a hit? That's kind of crazy.
He still hear things from back then, that time.
Oh, got you now.
Right.
Okay. Got you.
He can't buy it right. He can't. You platform right now, and it's hot. He can't buy it. This is why he's fighting Drake. When you hit Drake, because he used the beat that he didn't actually
0
use.
to 100.
Right, you see what I'm saying? So if he heard it and then he heard Drake use it, but it wasn't a hit yet until Drake put the lines on it. And he's upset about that because he can't hear it, but he felt like he took something.
As you can see, that was Diddy's way of venting. In the background, things were going very differently. Diddy said it was all love and no beef when he appeared on The Breakfast Club in August of 2015. However, he apparently had a bag on Drake's head at the same moment. People in Los Angeles heard that Diddy made it known. There was a reward, a modest one, but a real one for anyone who spotted Drake out there. Men in the city began acting strangely as a result.
Talked about how you found out that they're trying to set up Drake in LA at one point. What exactly was that about?
That was about like him and Diddy were beefing, right? They had a little beef over something in Miami outside of Live.
I think Diddy allegedly to them or something. It was, I think it was over the Start from the Bottom beat, where I guess it's supposed to go to Diddy and Drake took it and something silly like that.
According to LA sources, calls were being made. You can see Drake everywhere. Drake's most astute move came at that point. He made a connection with the game. The game had as Diddy if he had that sort of authority in LA. Game himself attested to it. He was contacted by said people who instructed him to line Drake up, but he chose to play defense instead. He took care of Drake.
Drake here, Drake there, who will run up on him. I'm not saying it, it didn't come from Diddy directly, but LA get tricky. So, when there are beefs and they are here, no matter who it is, like there's certain people that are gonna get caught, and I'm one of those people. So, I had privy, Drake to a little information. Like I said, I don't know where it came from, but I always, it's like my brother. So I hit him. I told him like, yo, this is what it is, but I got you. We over here, and I'm pretty heavy. So, we straight.
However, it was made evident in the game that such protection is not free. Drake then awarded him a perfect score and filmed the video in Compton. Street credit wasn't the reason for that move. The issue was one of survival.
Drake comes to Compton to shoot the video.
100. He shot it on Brazil and Wimbledon.
What all happened during that video? What was that?
He pulled up. Drake gave us love. Stunner cleared it for me, didn't charge me. Drake didn't charge for the verse. Drake actually brought his film crew to film it for us. That's what he wanted to do. We was on the famous Brazil and Wimbledon shooting it. We had to move blocks. And when we move blocks, we send the little homies to do what they need to do. Drake kind of seen some activity and, shit. He did what a motherfucker you supposed to do. He got out of there. So we sent somebody to get him. Bro, it's cool. That ain't for you. That's for us. Because, we seen going on. But, we moving blocks. We're not just going to hit the block without the block being right. So we had to make sure the homies, when they cleared the block.
If you pay attention, the game was all about the track. Ninjas gave me a call to arrange for you. Since you're out of town to like Biggie, you want me to come get you. I came to get you after hearing about the ish Diddy on, and just like that, the beef had receipts. Drake was still being careful during the 100-shot shoot, despite the game in his favor. Even though those men were there to defend him, Wack claimed that Drake became shaken, saw some people he didn't recognize, panicked and jumped in a van to escape. Before they resumed filming, they had to find Drake and explain the issue because he wasn't trying to take any chances.
Cassie, she said Diddy whooped her ass. And why Diddy don't with Drake?
Don't nobody with Drake. Drake is a slimy nigga. He make great music, but Drake is the type of nigga who he can have any bitch in the club. Any bitch. They can all be 12. But you walk in with one,
Let's fast forward to now. Due to grave federal allegations, Diddy is currently in court. However, Cassie's remarks on the witness stand turned the entire narrative on its head. Prosecutors questioned her about what made Diddy lose his temper and touch her during her rerouting. According to her response, she was going to Drake's festival, OVO Fest. The woman testified in court that Sean came to my home and tried to attack me. Here's the worst part, she went anyway. Cassie managed to get a flight to Toronto and attend OVO Fest despite everything. The courtroom rocked. Now what does scream motivation if that doesn't? Following a 2013 rumor that suggested Drake may have signed Cassie to OVO, Diddy reportedly thought Drake was pursuing her. Diddy perceived it as a threat regardless of its veracity. Lil Duval said in a published tweet that Diddy even swung on Drake in Miami for simply introducing himself to Cassie. Now it makes more sense, but back then it sounded crazy. Additionally, Drake might have alluded to all of this in for PM in Calabasas. It now seems as though Diddy is being directly targeted by phrases like take that, and even the us try to press me. He even mentioned Cassie's predicament in a sentence like that man is not a man for you. implying that she might have confided in him before the courtroom. Then there is Katt Williams, who says that Diddy's records contain the screams of other artists and executives, not just identified. Drake's voice may be heard on such recordings, according to some reports, which raises severe concerns. Was he caught off guard or involved? The tapes are currently sealed, according to legal experts, but they may be made public following the trial. This is far more than industry beef, if it's true. There is a lot of activity on the internet if Diddy is brave enough to go after Drake. Just think of what he's done to ordinary people, one commentator stated. Another person said, Diddy actually touched Drake and Cassie? Abuser of equal opportunity, SMH, in your opinion, is Katt causing pandemonium or is she revealing the truth? Comment below and don't miss the next video, which is much more crazy.